Welcome back to the final day. I'm going to be back in a minute. Welcome back to the final day of So This Is Vlogmas. I can't believe we finally got here, and I'm really excited about sharing my Christmas Eve with you. I can't say it's going to be like a typical Christmas Eve. Like, our Christmas Eves do change from one year to the next, but I think this has to be up there with the worst, in all honesty. But I'm not going to let it get me down. I think I've admitted defeat, sort of. I haven't been down in the garden room today, so I don't know what's been happening, but I'll tell you what has been happening. The time is 20 to 2. So this morning I've got up, I've had breakfast, I had a nice bath. I didn't wash my hair, obviously, because I went to the hairdressers this week. I put a bit of fake tan on, and you've got to leave that for a couple of hours. So while that was going on, just developing, I put some old pyjamas on, and I just, try to tidy around the house, your usual bits and bobs. And then I was trying to find like boxes that are empty and squish them. So I've been piling any boxes up in the hallway. Sorry, I'm going to have to wipe my nose, bear with me. Excuse me. Right, I'm back. Sorry about that. It's a good start, is it? My allergies are probably kicking in. And then what has happened? So yes, I was just like doing things, doing normal jobs, squashing boxes, trying to wake the boys up, opening the curtains, doing lunch and that kind of thing. Well, and then I got ready, and I had lunch, and basically what else have I done? And then carried on tidying up the lunch and things, and basically what's happening now is my husband, he's took a load of rubbish to his office because he's got a skip there, and while he's on his travels he's going to just pick up a couple of click and collect things that we've been meaning to pick up. So yeah, it's all a little bit crazy actually, and I think he's picking up some batteries. So I will take you down in the garden room, and it's going to be a surprise to both of us because I don't know what it looks like down there. And then while we was having our lunch today, we had an email to say, oh, we're really looking forward to seeing you tomorrow for your Christmas dinner at 12 o'clock. We were like, what? And we were like, I was going, oh, that's so exciting, we're going for Christmas dinner. And my husband goes, oh, what about the dinner you bought? I was going, it's all right, we'll do that Boxing Day, we'll go and have our Christmas dinner. And then we thought about it, we thought, no, it's a mistake, isn't it? So I've been on the pub Facebook page, and and there was a notification 6 days ago to say, well, we're really sorry that that we're still closed and whatever. But they haven't actually contacted us directly to say, no, you're not coming for Christmas dinner. And my hairdresser said to me, aren't they doing your dinner anyway? Because some places they're doing takeaway dinners for people that had booked. I was like, I don't know. So yeah, it's all been a bit in the air. We've just put 2 and 2 together and thought Christmas dinner's cancelled, and that's it. And even though we've had this email to say they're looking forward to seeing us, we don't think it's happening. We're making the educated guess that it's not happening. I can feel fluff on my nose. This is always happening. I'm always messing with something, aren't I? Sorry. It's probably off this hat. This hat. I don't know if it's mine actually, but I made 6 of these one Christmas. It was quite a few years ago. No, 6? No, 5. I made 5 of them, and it's really lovely fabric. It is really nice, soft, gorgeous fabric. And when I was sewing, right, this is a story I've told you before. I always ruin the stories, right? These are the hats that basically I was on the final hat, my hat, and I was sewing the bobble because the bobble is just 2 circle pieces. I actually sewed my finger, and it was quite close to Christmas. And then I got stuck to the machine and I got in a pickle. All of a sudden I forgot how to work a sewing machine, even though I knew how to use one. But when you're in a bit in shock, you kind of go a bit strange, don't you? And basically I'd unscrewed the needle, but it didn't come out. But then when I turned the hand wheel, the machine went up, but because I'd undone the needle, the the needle stayed in my finger, so it was going through this nail, and when I pulled it out, the the machine needle had come all the way out and was sticking out about this far underneath. And I asked my husband to pull it out, and he wouldn't do it, and I had to go to hospital, and they gave me gas and air and pulled it out. So that was another Christmas that happened, and I think it's just because I was rushing them, and I was kind of just going, never mind. But I have told you this story before, and I've kept the needle. Actually, when I moved things round recently, I found it. I've kept the needle, and it's in a little, like, do you know a urine sample pot? It's inside one of those, so I kept it for, memories. I can feel something on my face again. Oh, it's probably dust or something. I don't know, unless it's hair, I don't know. So I'm going to be opening my calendar, and I'm quite excited because it's the last one. So you always think, oh, I'm going to get something special. But I haven't had a spoiler, but I have seen something on Facebook saying it's a beauty. That's all I've seen. It said this comment, it's a beauty. So I'm going to have a look now, and then we're going to find out what it is. So the final time. And now I'm going to be able to use my box, aren't I, to keep things in. So I'm just going to move this aside, actually. Right. So this is it. That's how big it is, and that's the thickness. So let's have a feel. They say you should never feel your presents, don't they? But I can't help. I like to feel. There's fabric in there, and there's paper in there, definitely. So maybe a project. I can remember the project in Mandy Shaw's calendar on the last day last year. It was a hanging heart, one of these things. Hanging heart. There's a burn mark on this one. I burnt it, but yeah, hanging heart with red work, and it said Happy New Year, and I'll probably show that. I did share that New Year's Eve or New Year's Day last year, actually, because I made it in time for the new year. So yeah, I'm wondering what we're going to get this time. And we had some really nice Ernest Wright scissors last year as well. That was nice. So not on the same day. Right, it's a project. I can see an ingredients list. I've not looked at the front, I'm just showing you. I think it's a heart. I think it's a heart, reading it. Shall I just look? It is. Oh gosh. Oh, that's brilliant. Right, I'm going to show you before. I just want to look at it now. It's basically, it's a hanging heart, and it's called We All Stayed at Home 2020, and it doesn't say we all stayed at home, but it does have the date 220 on it. So that's fabulous, isn't it? Do you know, and what the good thing is, this is a little bit of advice if you're not that familiar with these iron-on transfers. I've had an iron-on transfer before that had a date on it, and I didn't make it the year that I received it. Was it this one? It could have, well, I don't know. I think it was this one. Yeah, it had a date, because it was for that red work year. It was a secret society, and what you can do is just choose the bit that you don't want and just cut it out with scissors before you iron it on. So if you don't end up getting round, say you didn't want 220, maybe you want to forget all about 2020, you could cut that bit out. You know, you don't have to have it, and just have it as a little. You could put pencil in the word home, because it's 4 spaces long, isn't it? 220. So you could put the word home if you think, well, I don't want to remember it. I think I'm going to do 220 because, you know what? It has been an awful year, an awful year, but not a total write-off. In my opinion, I've not thought this year's been a total write-off, because okay, things have been different. Like December last year, I'm trying to think what I did last year. The 1st of December, I went to London with my husband, just for a few hours. We basically dropped off at school, then went to London, and we went to the Friends Festival. Have you ever heard of the TV show? I'm sure you have, even if you don't watch it, the TV show Friends. Well, it was basically a studio tour, so they travel around with a studio and set it up, and you get to go to Central Park and things. And we got, you know, Hugsy, Joey's penguin and things as a souvenir and brought it home. We went to the pantomime. I would normally be in an ice show, like 2 shows, and my family and friends would come to see me, and I would normally be rehearsing for 1 hour in the evenings once a week, leading up all through December. So that's been a bit different. And what's been different this year is we haven't had a tree. But I'm not saying we're not going to. I'm hoping today, by the end of today, I want a tree. That is what my aim for today is. Even if I don't get any sewing done, I would like a Christmas tree. And if I get there, I'm going to show you. So hopefully later on, we might see something good. It's not good now, but you might see something good. I'm not saying my tree is going to be good, but it's just going to be good having a tree, isn't it? So yeah, I'm absolutely delighted with that final thing. I really love it. So what am I going to do now? So I'm going to take you to Mandy's website, and then I'll come back. Right, this way. Right, here is Mandy's website today, day 24, mini hanging hard. I'm sorry if this shakes a little bit, but I've been holding it lately and not attaching it to the claw. Okay, designed especially for you, and after troubled and sad and worrying year, I hope we will look back on this year and think that it was a year that was. Let's hope we learnt a lot from it. This embroidery is for your downtime after Christmas, snuggle in a corner, sewing on your knees, a rom-com film on the telly. My faves are Bridget Jones, Holiday, 4 weddings and a funeral, and Stitch Away. Enjoy. Okay, I'm back. Do you know what? I've still got that fluff on my nose. I should have done that before I press play, shouldn't I? Right, so I hope you've really enjoyed seeing Mandy's website. What is rom-com? Do you know when you've heard a phrase rom-com, but I don't actually know what it means. But I'll look it up. Google. That's what Google's useful for, isn't it? So, yes, I hope you've really enjoyed me sharing that calendar with you. And you know what? It's really helped me. I have thoroughly enjoyed bringing this calendar to you and these videos. You guys watching this has really helped me through my December, because this has brought me quite a bit of joy with everything that's going on. You know, my boys, I've got teenage boys, you know, they're all interested in their own kind of thing, aren't they? You know, I'm the only girl in a male house, and I kind of can come in here and have a bit of girly time and have a bit of girly sewing chat. And so, you know, I know some of you have said I've helped you, but you know what? You're helping me, you know, coming and watching them and commenting and liking and just spending the time. So I want to thank you, because, you know, you've been equally as helpful to me. So I might get a bit emotional here. So anyway, so what are we going to do? Right, I'm going to show you what I got up to actually. After I finished filming, I ended up doing some sewing. I ended up putting, I told you that I'd put more applique on my thingy that I'm doing, but I forgot to show you the other end, but you probably wouldn't have saw it, because this is beige, and the fabric, all I'd put on was a piece of white fabric and a green piece. You probably wouldn't have realised what it is, but I did a little bit of more free motion embroidery last night. I'm not finished with it yet, but this is how it's looking so far. So I've now got a snowman. It's the snowman, don't you think? and I've done the embroidery on the houses, and I've got some aerials, and I've got my Christmas tree over here. So yeah, I'm really delighted with it, and my plan is, I don't know if you can see, I did take a tiny little bit of a snippet last night, a video of the thread I was using to do his nose on the machine, and then I filmed down to him. So if I haven't accidentally deleted that, I'll put that in. Maybe I'll put it in while I'm talking to you, because I know how to do that now. Actually, I can be on video and I can put video in. So that's one thing I think has helped by doing these videos every single day in December, because my movie making skills have improved throughout this year. I think my videos were quite boring before, because if you ever wanted to see a photograph of anything, you'd have to go on my blog underneath to go and see the photographs. I did always try and bring things in to show you, but it's not things like garments and things, they don't always look that good, do they? You know, just holding them and things. So yeah, so I can put photographs in, I can put words up now in the right places. So yeah, it's going a lot better for me anyway. But I'll show you my snowman. I'm going to try and have a look myself to see what you can see, but I don't know if it's showing up, but he's got metallic, like orange kind of rust nose, like, and it looks so nice. I don't know if it shows up for you there, but my plan, that's why I'm not done. When I had a look, I got so excited, and I looked at all the metallic threads that I've got and all the different colours, and it's going to take some time, but I'm going to put Christmas lights on it. I'm going to do strings of Christmas lights and add them along, and then I've got some free motion to do on the lining, because the lining will fold over, do you know, like the ones I showed you yesterday and I've showed you before. The lining will fold over, and it's navy. So that's not my idea. The designer of the little house pot is Poppy to Fry, and I call it Poppy to Fray, but I've heard her say her own name. It's Poppy to Fry. But as you know, I think I can't read. I think that's what it is. Do you know, when I've listened to myself back reading those things to you, I think I sound like somebody reading to the teacher in primary school. I didn't think I was that bad. And it's not because I don't like to read, because I was an absolute bookworm when I was a child. I used to read all the time, and I still read every now and then now. But I think I sound like a child trying to read. So maybe it's just, do you know what, I was never that good at English. English was my worst subject, despite being English, you know, never mind anyway. You know, you can't be good at everything, can you? You know, my talent's elsewhere, not reading basically. My talent's definitely not there anyway, are they? I'm better off probably just talking to you, and I don't do very well there. I don't say all these words right. So if you hear me say something, don't take it as gospel, because listen to somebody else say it. So that is where I'm at so far. I have got this fluff is driving me mad on my face. I've got no idea if I'm going to get this done. Oh, actually, I'm just looking. I haven't done the embroidery on these windows yet. See those 3 windows, and I haven't done those 2 windows, so I've still got a bit of window embroidery to do. So yeah, so lots to do, and I'm not going to worry too much. I know it's Christmas Day tomorrow, but it's the 12 days of Christmas, isn't it? And Christmas Day is day 1. So, and as well, not having a Christmas tree up yet isn't all that bad, because in like is it like the Netherlands? I think it is, somewhere up there. I always get mixed up with the countries up that way. Netherlands and what else is there? I'm sorry, I'm Sweden, is it? Yeah, a few of those. I'm sorry. I do have looked at the map up there, and I think I'm going to try and remember these countries up here, and I always forget. But I know people up there, some of them anyway, don't put their Christmas tree up until Christmas Eve. It's a Christmas Eve thing you do. So I'll pretend I'm from up there. I don't know what they're called, but I'll pretend I'm from up there anyway. And that's why we might be putting a Christmas tree. I've got to, I know I say it might be, but it's got to happen. It's got to happen. My husband assures me that the floor covering that is used to protect the floor, he is going to be pulling up. And I don't know if you've read my blog. Oh, I've put it in my blog actually. If you go to my blog underneath this when it's over, I did write that this morning. Oh, I forgot to tell you that when I was having breakfast this morning, I started writing my blog up. I was getting all prepared. We've got no heat in there. Well, we've got plug-in heaters, but the actual heating that's been installed, every time my husband, I don't know if he put it on or connected it, it was tripping the switch and turning all the lights out. So about 8 to 10 times when he was down there, he kept on phoning me going, yeah, can you do the switch again? So I had to keep going into flip the switch up. I had to keep doing it, and I was upstairs when it kept happening, and the thing's downstairs, and he kept on phoning me, and I was going back down. I swear, who needs the gym? You know, I think I burnt so many calories going up and down those stairs, and I wasn't getting time to sit and munch some Christmas treats or whatever. So anyway, that's where we are at the moment. Yeah, that's where I am. What I'm probably going to do, my husband's out now. I might have a little look down in the garden room and what it's looking like. Whether I'm going to film now, I don't know. Maybe if I think, oh no, it doesn't really look any better than when I last showed you, I might think, no, there's no point. But I'll just go, I'm going to have a little investigation and see what's going on. And my youngest son was the last to eat his lunch. So when I tidied everything up, he was still eating, so I've got his lunch to tidy up. So maybe I'll come back in here then and do a little bit of this, because even though I've got a lot to do, I can't actually do anything until my husband says yes, we can get everything out the conservatory to take down there and then move the conservatory all around to set up the table. Regarding that kind of stuff, there's nothing I can do about it. All the Christmas things I could possibly do, I've done, apart from there's one thing I think I need to wrap, but that's it really. I'm a bit like, there's all these things to do, I'm a bit in limbo with it all really. So yeah, so wish me luck, and I'll be back soon and keep you updated what's going on. And I hope in the meantime you are just sitting down watching Christmas movies or listening to Christmas music, feet up, mince pies, and you know what, I envy you, because that's what I'd love to be doing. But you know what, there's always other years. Hopefully I've got many more Christmases to come, and I'm gonna have my day, aren't I? Nice Christmas Eve, you know, to sit with my feet up and things. So anyway, I'll be back later. Bye. Brought someone to see you. I thought you might want to see him because it's been ages, hasn't it? Because I used to have him in all my videos, but he started being a little bit of a monkey. Excuse me, in my coat, right? It is, what time is it? it's nearly 7:05 on Christmas Eve in the evening and still no tree, but we've made progress. There's internet in the garden room, the TV's on the wall and is connected to the internet and the skybox. What else has happened? We've took the arcade machine down there. We've took a few things out of the conservatory. The chairs, the bar stools are down there, but when we've opened one of the boxes, they need to be screwed together, so it's been a bit crazy. There's still the floor protection down at the moment, apart from where the arcade machine is. We've cut a section out. So yeah, it's just, we're getting this. And the reason I've got my coat on is because I've been up and down the garden, up and down, and obviously I'm outdoors a lot, so I am getting quite warm now. But we haven't eaten our dinner or anything, so my husband's just nipped out and he's gone to get a Chinese. So it's just a bit crazy. So we're all going to eat, and then we're just going to carry on cracking on and try and get everything done. And I've not given up on the tree, no way. But the dining situation still isn't looking very good, but we'll just see what happens, And Mum and Dad had dropped some crackers round because we hadn't got any crackers, and some napkins. So we're going to have napkins, crackers and Mandy's confetti. So it will look a bit Christmassy when we eventually get the table out, that is. So yes, so we're getting there slowly. So I hope you're all having a fabulous Christmas Eve. You've had a lovely day. I might have more to show you, so it's going to be a bit of a late one, so you might be in bed actually by the time this is up, but it'll be there eventually. So anyway, I'm stopping now. I'm gonna go off for a bit. And what have I got here? I thought I got some fluff then, but I thought you might appreciate seeing Rafe because it's been ages. So anyway, I'll see you in a bit. Bye.